What's going on with y'all, man? We back with another video, Rek Squad, you feel me? Reacting to my boy KARAMO, and let's get to it.
To trust me to have you have a conversation with your father, so thank you.
Thank you.
How do you feel about hearing what your dad just said in the clip?
Honestly, it hurts, but it hurts really bad, honestly, to hear that my dad's embarrassed of me, because I always felt like he was, but I never had the confirmation till now.
So did your dad raise you alone?
No, he didn't. My grandma, she raised me ever since I was a baby up till I was 12 when she passed away.
Oh, got it. And so when your grandmother passed away at 12, what was the relationship like then with you and your father?
I really feel like it switched because around the time my grandma passed away, she was still in the hospital, and I was like, is grandma okay? Like, is she gonna come home? And he was like, yeah, she's okay. And I'm scrolling through Instagram and I'm looking at stories, and a relative posted my grandma saying, R.I.P. R.I.P. It's just like, I had to find out from social media that my grandma was gone.
Yeah, okay, I understand.
And I'm trying not to, like, it's like, that's really where my trust for my dad broke.
With your mother, was she in your life?
She's there, but she's not. It's like, my mom, she goes through her own personal stuff. I feel like she couldn't really be there for me, like how I needed her. But really, I was a daddy's girl, so I more so wanted to be with my dad anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I really felt like I didn't really ever have, like, stability, like, growing up.
Everybody sleep on the father figure, man. The father figure is one of the very most important figures of a family, you feel me? But
Well, so you got pregnant at 14?
Yes.
women are free to do a lot more than they used to now, so
And how did your dad react?
finances way higher,
I don't know.
you know.
I didn't tell him. My grandma told him.
Got it. And how did your life change when you had your daughter?
Well, she made me a better person. Like, my dad, my dad's saying, like, he makes me stand on business, but I feel like I stand on business by myself.
Well, listen, I appreciate you telling me your side of the story, but I also want to hear from your father.
Right.
So everyone, please welcome Jemiah's father, Jeffrey, to the show.
Let's see what he's
Jeffrey,
standing
thank you
on,
for being
man.
here.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How do you feel about what your daughter's been saying?
I feel like you should be more considerate about me working multiple jobs. If I'm working at psychiatric hospital overnight and then going and doing case management in that morning, and you telling me that you texting my phone about groceries when you're really supposed to be in school at that time, to me, that's frustrating. It's like, you could be more considerate about my day, what I'm going through. Because I had all the plans in the world to buy groceries that day when I got off, to buy something for you and my granddaughter. But I feel like the kids today, including you, y'all have too much access to your parents. You get to text my phone while I'm at work.
But I don't know what the hell he talking about. But is this all over some groceries, bro? Are they in here for some groceries? Is this what you telling me? She brought him here for some groceries?
I didn't get to do that with my grandparent.
Got a question for you. How did you react when you found out she was pregnant?
Yeah, I mean, I was hurt. It was there because there was a pregnancy scare before.
14 is crazy. Y'all pregnant at 14 is crazy.
And to get past that, and then to find out that she was pregnant officially, that was embarrassing. That hurt. It was like, if you got a whole
14,
active father
y'all.
in your life,
Shit.
and that's how you do, like.
You see that, I remember when you told me it's better to have a fully absent father than a half-stepping father.
Do you
And
feel like
I
your
feel-
father's half-stepping?
Yes, I feel like you provide a house for me. You do. And there is food for the most part. But I still need you in other aspects. I don't just need you to.
Do you feel like you failed her? as a father?
feel
Do you feel
that.
like that?
Supercharge your business with the all-new Shopify point of sale, the all-in-one POS solution.
Hey, man, yeah.
Well, on time when my grandmother passed, definitely. I wasn't there. I was real selfish
they
because
been,
that was
man.
my grandmother. I didn't know how to tell my daughter that, she was on life support. It was never in my heart, or really in my thought process, to think that I was gonna let my grandmama go. Like, I could never pull the plug, so to speak. And so things was kind of simmering with. I felt like my daughter's behavior at that time. She was running away still. She was kind of being unruly at that time. And so I didn't know how to give her that information that I had about how big of a situation it was with my grandma.
That makes sense. What does it feel like hearing your father say that?
Honestly, I don't get it. Like, I feel like a parent should always be upfront with their child, no matter, like, how it's going to hurt. Because I already seen her on life support before she passed away. Like, I was already there. Like, we was in the hospital with her. So, if she was gone, like, I feel like you shouldn't have said she's okay. You should have been, like, at least said, Jemiah, I'm sorry, but Grandma passed away. Like, you could have sat me down.
You as my
or
oldest, though,
something.
where does your heart come in for your father?
I have a lot of heart for you.
Yeah.
A
I'm
lot.
saying, like,
I feel like I'm very
How do you think I'm supposed to
considerate with
process
you.
that woman? You know what she meant
But
to me,
Dad,
too.
I was 12. How am I supposed to think like that?
Why she even out there like that?
Why are you
bro?
shaking your head?
Because she's 12, she's my oldest, and she's sitting here, single mom. There's certain things, there's certain expectations. I tell my daughter, I said, you have to figure out your identity in this family. Like,
Got it. How do you feel about your father saying that he has to have those expectations?
It hurts because, like, I got expectations for you, too. Like, I feel like we both have expectations for each other. And it's like, your expectations for me is so high, like, so high. But I feel like I don't even really expect that much from you. Like, I just
Bruh, you're pregnant at 14.
really be wanting a conversation.
So, like, we can't take no accountability at all. Like, I get, afterwards, gotta move on. It's already to happen. But you're pregnant at 14.
From
You
you
ain't gonna
half
never
the time.
forget that.
Do you feel like you have conversation with
Shit
her?
hurt.
yes.
You do? Or why do you think she
Because he
doesn't
feel
that
like
way?
he
It's
felt.
probably not as it was
Probably
back in the
did.
day. Like, when she was little, that was my buddy, that was my road dog. Like, I remember us sitting in the car, listening to music, dancing. We got a similar sense of humor. I remember her laughing and hearing, little pieces of my laugh and her laugh, and it was like,
Yeah. I'm getting a ping right now. Before the show, Jemiah's mom, Vanessa, wrote her a letter that she wanted me to listen to.
Jemiah, I want to apologize for not being the mother you needed and you
Yeah,
deserved.
she got that motherfucker
If I could do things differently, I
on her
would.
neck.
I would forever
she
be
look just like
grateful
my
to your
dude.
father for stepping up and raising you. Not a lot of men would do that, and I know he has done the best he can. I hope you can
Damn,
mend
y'all,
your
so
relationship
she like
with
that
him.
for real?
I don't want you to lose the first man who showed you love, your number one protector. I love you so much, Mama.
Damn, y'all. Damn, she do. Let me know.
Have you ever heard your mother apologize before like
Nah,
that?
no black people. I always know,
like, if she feels like she's wrong, like, or if I tell her how I feel, yeah, she'll apologize. But most of the time, like, I'll just keep everything in because, like, I value my parents. I don't want to hurt their feelings. Like, I don't want them to feel like they're not doing anything right. Like, I do hold in a lot, so I don't hurt my parents' feelings. I do.
I noticed you rolled your eyes a little bit when she was saying that. What was your thoughts in your head?
I do care about my daughter. I do want what's best for you, and I do expect more from you. I want you to be an example, and that type of thing that was printed in my head when you went and had a baby was ruptured. That was hurt. I'm standing on business. Like, my granddaughter lives with me, and my daughter lives with me. I'm hurt, but we're still going through it.
Yeah, and, like, yeah.
Hold on. I gotta say something for you because this is the thing. I know your daughter didn't use protection, but she still needs your protection. She still needs your attention as well.
Yeah,
And I
that.
hear you when you're saying you're embarrassed. I'm hearing when you say these things. I got to be very honest with you. There's a lot of you that I see in myself. And I also understand that feeling of like, I am so overwhelmed trying to work, trying to do every single thing. I'm busting my ass. I'm trying to save every dollar. And I just get frustrated because I used to have this issue with my sons. I used to come home and one day I realized that I don't give them the same patience that I gave the rest of the world.
You know?
And I'm not saying that you don't make her a priority because I understand. You said you stand on business and I see what you're trying to do. You see what you're doing. You're saying like, I still got my daughter in the house. I get where you're coming from. I really do. I'm hearing your 17-year-old daughter tell me that at 12, she started to lose, she lost her great-grandmother who was close to her. Yeah, I know you were grieving, but she doesn't even know how to process that. Imagine if you're at, how old were you at the time? 34, 35?
34.
If you're 34, 30, somewhere around there, if you're in your 30s and you couldn't process it, how was she supposed to process it? She's already had a household where trust has been broken. She doesn't know if her mom's going to be there. And now she feels like she can't even talk to you anymore. Please tell me what you feel about what I just said.
Yeah,
You have to know sincerely that I love you. And my
You be speaking
expectations
some real shit
of you
though.
is because I know what you're capable of.
I definitely am going to send you for some father-daughter parenting classes.
Do you feel like a father's love is conditional?
Yeah, it shouldn't be though. Because I think one of the things as parents, what we do is we love to love our kids when they're at their best, but then we don't know how to love them when they're at their worst.
He said it best right there.
And that's just the truth. I want you to remember, she's a teenage girl who just had a baby. Hormones already on fleek with being a girl, then on. Yes, she's going to have to learn how to manage them, but that's the job as a parent. When she's disrespectful, it's not because she just wants to wake up and disrespect you. It's because something else is going on in their mind. When she's 17 years old, doesn't know if she's going to be stable, just had a mom who had to apologize for not being a mom. There's stuff going on. And I know you want her to be perfect, but she's a human. Can you give your daughter a hug? You were heard, and you were brave, and you were strong, and hopefully you know how
Definitely,
impressed
man.
we all are with you. Okay?
Thank y'all.
Let me tell you, one thing you should never be is
14's
embarrassed by this little girl.
crazy.
This young woman
I don't
has a bright
care.
future, okay? Just please be there to be patient with your daughter and to listen to her and just have a conversation, all right? I wish you the best of luck. I wish best of you. Best.
We not judging y'all, but I don't care. 14 is still crazy. But we finna get up out of here, y'all.